What's up?
Pizza bagel time again. What's going on, man?
Nothing much. Pizza bagel time.
Hell fucking yeah. Best day of the week.
Show is. And you know what makes it even better?
Tell me.
We got a special guest on today.
Yes, we do.
Let me introduce you to Boo.
The Boo Man.
The Boo.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
What's going on, man?
You guys all right?
I'm good.
Yeah, swell. How was everybody's weekends? Did you guys do anything fun? Anything Halloween-y? Anything cool?
I definitely did. I got to give a shout out to Jossie P. Jocelyn. We've officially started our non-sexual dating relationship. So we go out together now. We had our first date, what was it, like yesterday? And we went to Book of Mormon.
You saw it?
Yeah.
How was it?
Fucking so good.
I heard it's amazing. I didn't even know it was even out.
Yeah, this was the last day it was showing, and I randomly got tickets to it, and we went, and it was so fucking fun. It was 2.5 hours long, and we were like literally crying, laughing the whole time.
Fuck, I had no idea.
It was awesome. So shout out Jossie P. Good first date.
Wait, is this still on? Can I still go see this?
This was the last show. Was yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, I played for like a week, but they'll come back.
Oh, shit.
They've been to Cleveland a couple times.
I heard it was fucking sweet, dude.
It was
honestly.
fabulous. It was fabulous.
I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah, so if you get a chance, definitely check it out.
All right, I'm going to have to keep an eye on it from there coming back around.
Yeah. What about you, fellas?
Boo, you're the guest. What do you got? Anything fun? Anything cool?
You know, I keep my weekends pretty wide open.
Like your butthole.
Yeah, just like my, just like my anus. Anyone can come through, but just give me a call. But no, we went a Saturday. We went down to Kent. Because my wife, she had to go get a ring from from Mike the jeweler, and then obviously we make a whole entire ordeal out of it. So I went and got a haircut because I'm sick and tired of these $50 fucking haircuts.
It's ridiculous,
dude.
It's insane.
It's fucking crazy.
It's crazy, especially because like for me, I don't know about you guys, but my haircuts take fucking 12 minutes. It takes 12 fucking minutes. So if I get a $50 haircut, it's like $4 a minute.
We did talk about this on an episode
it
before.
pisses me off so bad. I mean, because I get my hair like cut real close on the sides and the back, and then they just trim up half off the top, and there's not that much on the top anyway. So it's like, bing bang boom, and then I'm supposed to tip you like $12 for 12 minutes of work. It's like now about $62. And how often are you supposed to get your fucking haircut? I do it like every 3 months now because it's so expensive.
It's I think that's what I do. I do every 3 months, but my guy. This is for the beard, the fade, the taper, everything. And it's, with the tip, it's $35. And, plus I enjoy the conversation.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, I hate going to the barbershop and I'm sitting there still as a fucking mouse sitting there. And while some guys just shave my head and hey, how about the weather? And, and then the guy just these one-word answers. I'd rather have a conversation. Tell me what you had for dinner last night. Hey, did you finger bang your old wife? That's all I want to know. Like, how hairy's the muff?
You want to get right into it. See, not me. I like to be quiet, and I think it's because I've had some bad experiences. Like, I went to a place, and it was just one stylist working there, and she, like, within the first 5 minutes told me about how she had recently had an abortion. And I'm like,
that's fucking awkward.
I'm like, this is a lot, but thank God I only have to be here for 7 more fucking minutes because then my haircut will be done and I can leave and never come back here again.
I think that's great. I would love to hear about your abortion. Honestly, tell me about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than like the same 5 questions. Where do you work? Do you have any pets?
That's true.
All
maybe
the same.
if you go and get a haircut from a new person and it's a female, you could open with that. To start the conversation. Like, so if you
have you ever had an abortion?
Have you had any abortions recently?
Were you sad or were you glad?
Yeah. Is there anything that you want to tell me about your personal life? I hate it.
All right. Well, that's actually pretty exciting.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So what about you for the weekend?
We, as I had mentioned in this past episode, our Halloween-y episode, that Jess and I dressed up as Little Nicky and the Gatekeeper, a.k.a. Tithead,
right?
Kevin Nealon. So I was Nicky, she was the Gatekeeper. Everyone fucking loved her costume.
Awesome.
Like, everyone's just like, sweet tits on your head, and everyone's grabbing for the nipples and whatnot.
Of course.
We won 2 out of 3 costume contests.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool.
Hell yeah, good for you.
Bragging rights. The one that we didn't win is a fucking bullshit thing. It is basically they're like, all right, you go up on stage, and if people cheer for you, and then we'll pick the top 3. And the top 3 contestants were a couple that was dressed in like a gothic-y vampire. Fucking James. He bought a fucking sunflower costume like a couple days prior to.
Is he
And-
doing Trailer Park Boys?
No.
Was he being Randy?
No. No. He was literally, he's got like a full green one-piece jumpsuit with this like giant like dandelion thing around his head. And he had like a green tutu. And he had like flower sunglasses. And he bought that like a couple days prior, and he got came up as like the top 3. And then the third couple was like Snape and Hermione from Harry Potter. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Yeah.
And even there was somebody, you guys seen the movie Trick or Treat, like the horror movie?
No, I actually literally just added it to my queue today. I saw it on, I think it was on like HBO Max.
Gotcha. So like the icon, like the cover of the movie, there's like that little kid with like that sack mask. He's
Yeah.
got like the broken sucker. Somebody was dressed as him, like a short. I don't even know if it was a guy or a girl, but I was like, dude, you should have fucking been up there. Like our costumes were sick, but like that was like really good.
Yeah.
Then the vampires got first place.
That's lame.
James got second. It's
Well,
just a
good for
fucking
James.
popularity contest.
Right.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I can't believe when you said that, I thought for sure he was doing. You remember that scene from Trailer Park Boys when, what is it, like Julian and Ricky bust into the trailer and they're listening to Flight of the Bumblebee and Randy's like in the sex swing, dressed as a flower, and Mr. Leahy's there hammered and dressed as a bumblebee, and he's got his stinger, and they keep calling it his beacock.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought you were going with. I'm like, this is fucking great if he was being the Randinator, but
No.
it's super lame. He was just being a flower. But good for him, second place.
Yeah. The funny thing is, he's like, dude, it's a one piece. I didn't even think about like when I have to pee.
Well, yeah, exactly.
So we're outside the Winchester, and I'm like, oh, yeah, we'll poke a hole for you. And Jeff's like, don't do that. There's people here. I'm like, I don't care. So I'm like literally down on my knees, like in front of his dick with my keys, like poking a hole in there so he could fucking
That's hilarious.
rip it
Oh, to
open.
rip it.
Yeah, to rip it so he could take a piss out of it.
No shit.
Yeah.
You know, let me give you a hot take on something. I don't like Trailer Park Boys.
Really?
I think it's a garbage ass show.
That's crazy to me.
It's a love it or hate it.
For me, it just took me forever to get to start it because I just thought I wouldn't like it. But then I watched it, and it's one of those shows now that I watch in circulation. So, like, I literally watch that show every single day now. Like, right before I go to bed, that's what I turn on. I love it.
You're just like my wife. My wife loves How I Met Your Mother.
A lot of people like that.
Oh, that's a garbage fucking show. It's the worst fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. And no, this is what she does. This is what she fucking does. This is what she starts it from the very, very beginning. Obviously, season 1, she'll watch all of it. And then, guess what? The next day, she'll start it all over again. She keeps it on rerun.
That's exactly what I do.
And then on it's crazy madness. And dude, I'll turn it off. And she's like, "Oh, that's about." You already know what the fuck's happened. Like this Ted Mosby character, what a fucking pussy. Oh, I just want to be in love. I just want to be in love. But
he is a pussy character. But Barney's so fucking good.
Barney was
Barney
funny, yeah.
covers the show for me. Like, he's great.
I never finished it, but I remember
Neither did I.
liking it with the seasons that I did see.
Yeah.
you're not missing much.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. The dude's wife dies at the end. He falls up and she fucking dies. That's what he fucking gets.
Spoiler alert.
I mean, it's been out for like
I was
10
gonna
years,
say, it's
so like
pretty
if you haven't
fair.
seen it now, then fuck you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, Halloween time.
Yeah.
The most exciting time of the year.
Let's do a shot about it.
We should do a shot.
That sounds right. So cheers, boyos.
Okay.
Oh, that's a sweet fucking glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Bagels gift to me.
That's
right.
sweet, dude.
Because the show is tits, so he's drinking out of the tits shot glass. Look at those nips on there. Real nice looking.
Those are nice nips.
It's solid.
So, something else when Jess and I were like talking about a bunch of like Halloween shit, and she told me this story about like when she was like younger with her friends, and they would like we're at like somebody's house, and they would have like the lights off. It's like when like people were like coming up to like do like the trick or treating, but like when they would be inside, or I think I don't know if they were walking up to it, and then they'd be like, oh, look around, be like, oh, looks like nobody's home. So when people are standing there, they watch Jess and her friends go into this house, which is their friend's house. They don't know that. And then they would grab like the microwave, a TV, and a bunch of shit, and then like fucking run out of the house screaming. People are like, what the fuck?
That's
and,
awesome.
Like freaking out, taking off. I'm like, damn, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's great.
Wish I'd have thought of something like that.
Some ghetto ass trick or treating.
Yeah.
You're about to get fucking shot doing
You
that.
just ring the doorbell, then you're stealing small appliances. Like,
Yeah.
Fuck, nobody's home. Fuck these people.
It's
That's
like
a great idea though, because then like you don't have to worry about getting identified on like a ring camera because you're wearing a costume and shit.
Oh yeah, you didn't have any of that shit back
Yeah,
then.
right.
Yeah, you also had a costume on.
Yeah.
So and it's
awesome.
just get people's reactions. It's just
That's hilarious.
awesome. And it just got me thinking like, I you don't really like do pranks and stuff like that like anymore, or at all as an adult, really.
Yeah.
Maybe something a little small here and there, but I was just thinking about like, I mean, you guys did like prank stuff, right, growing up?
Yeah, some.
All the fucking time.
Yeah.
Bro, I tell you what, fellas, I've got the best fucking story in the world.
Oh boy.
Okay. Enlighten us.
All right, this is no high school, so you guys are a little bit older than I am, but you know what? I was in the dumb kid class. You had to be invited. Like, I rode the short bus to another school for 2 years.
You said the bad kids class. Is this like where like the kids were going to learn how to like fix lawnmowers and shit, like HVAC?
Right.
No, this is more like you're really shitty at school, which that's what I was. Your parents were just crackheads or just didn't give a shit, or no, you had behavioral problems, and I was behavioral, and I was just a fucking retard,
Yeah.
So,
Total opposite for me. I was the one that was getting put on the short bus with the Asian kid in middle school so they could bus us to high school to take high school level classes in middle school, which did not do a lot for my street cred, by the way. When they're like, hey, Dave Cohn and Byung Hyun Soo, please report to the shortest bus available. And I'm like, fuck. I get on here with this fucking stereotypical Asian kid who's like, I'm going to go do calculus. And I'm like, fuck me too. God damn it.
Nerds.
Yeah,
I really
nerds.
was gonna say that you were the smartest kid on the short bus.
Yeah.
but I
probably
obviously
wasn't.
not.
I was
So
by
that-
leaps and bounds the dumbest kid on the short bus.
Well, at least for me, I was probably the smartest kid on the short bus. So face on you, buddy.
Yeah, different ways to celebrate. All right, so go on.
But yeah, anyway, so we had this thing, and and we did it all 4 years of high school, and it was maybe me and 4 or 5 buddies, and we would any chance that we get, this is field trip, any chance we could get, we would sneak away somehow, whether it be during the middle of the day or whenever, and we'd all find a bathroom. And in the bathroom, we pick a stall. We draw a straw, so whoever the shortest straw, you
Or bus.
or bus. Yeah, we'd you got to if you had a short straw, you got to go first, that's the one you wanted. And we would all take turns taking a shit
I had a feeling that's where this was going.
in the same toilet. We called it Poop Fest. And
Oh my god.
Oh,
it was disgusting because you don't want to be the last guy because your ball sack's
like right above
oh, dude, it's
a
like
mountain of
it's-
shit.
Oh yeah, sit on Mount Everest of shit.
So you guys were taking turns shitting in the same toilet, but not flushing it.
Well, why would I flush it?
Yeah,
because then you ruin the masterpiece.
That would be the worst
Oh, yeah, I
prank
guess you're
ever.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
then you're just enjoying a warm
oh, look at all
toilet
that shit
seat.
going down the toilet. No, you want to see it.
Right.
Fair enough.
Dude, we took 5 shits in 15 minutes. Like, everyone's like, good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. You're like, no, we took 5 shits on top of each other. And people are like, holy fuck, this is turning into a good story.
Oh my gosh. All right, go on.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the crazy part about it is like, how does 4 or 5 other kids, we all have to shit at the same time? I mean, I pretty much have a general shitting schedule. I do it in the morning, in the afternoon, and pretty much the one thing I'm really good at in life is I can fucking shit, dude. I can push out a turd right now. I could go in the corner right here of this room and push out something.
Prove it.
I could. Hey, don't. That's a dare, brother. I'll
Listen,
push one out.
Once we get cameras, we'll invite you back.
But yeah, anyway, so you know what? This is all the time. Field trips, we'd find a random bathroom. Hey, who's got a shit? We'd all like, hey, who's got to go? Like, all right, well, let's do this. So this was an operation. It was like, we all had to be in sync.
And this was all strictly the short bus kids.
Pretty much,
Okay,
yeah.
so you guys were ganging up, and like they're like, "Hey, these kids are a bunch of morons. Let's group them together." And you guys are like, "We'll prove them wrong.
Yeah.
We're gonna go take shits on top of shits."
Did you ever like tell anybody that was like not part of the shitting group that like they like, dude, 5 of us just took a shit in one toilet and didn't flush, and then they're just like, wow, no wonder why you ride the short bus.
I mean, it was strictly short bus kids. So like you'd have to be invited, so you're already part of the Poop Fest crew.
Yeah.
So you really had to be invited, and so what we did, I always went first because I'm not a complete moron. I'm not going to go sit. I don't want to be the last guy shitting because
Right.
it's all poopy and stinky.
Gross.
So But the thing is, just so you're not covering up any of the poop, so you get all of its glory and all of its brownness and green and yellow and whatever it had for dinner last night. And what you do is, you wipe your ass. You get back there and you wipe it, and then you take the toilet paper, throw it over to the other stall.
Oh, gross.
So you have all the shit paper all there of salt, and at the end of this masterpiece, like this is like a Monet painting.
Right.
I mean, God didn't create the universe in 6 days. He did it in 7 days, right?
That's right.
Right.
So, we'd all stand back. We just look at it, and we just leave it there.
That was going to be my follow-up was, so you, of course, leave it there. So was there follow-up for you? Like, I mean, there has to be a janitor who's like, what the fuck? Like,
thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
It was last day of school. I think it might have been junior year. No, sophomore year. And it's like, hey, let's take this to the fucking big leagues, dude. Let's take this to Kent State Library. So, we're trying to figure this out. So we literally walked there. It was probably a good maybe mile and a half walk. So we're all like, oh, we got to fucking poop real bad. Let's just hold as long as you can. So we go up to the top of the Kent State Library. Like, there ain't nobody gonna be up here. And so, we're doing our thing. We're laughing. We're giggling. We get all done, and the cops show up.
Oh no. For you guys?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh,
Wow.
All right, walk me through this.
I want to know what the charges are.
Oh, so they show up. They're like, "What the fuck you guys doing? We're having a poop fest." It's like, what do you think we're doing? Two guys in the bathroom, like, go take a look, officer.
What do you think, we're gay?
Yeah. Admire the
taking a shit.
handiwork. How many people took a shit in there? That's awesome.
I mean, like, you had to look at it. I was like, what? This is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's pretty impressive, though.
That's amazing. But you didn't get, like, suspended or anything for it? Like I would think that a janitor would be, like, talking to the principal about, we have to figure out who's the gang of imbeciles who are shitting on top of each other's shits and throwing shit paper all over a stall once a week or whatever.
Mad.
Yeah, can you imagine making $12 a fucking? Can you imagine making $12 an hour as a fucking janitor and walking into Poop Fest once a week? Like, God damn it!
No. It was at Kent State, so this was like we were all in high school, so ain't nobody know us up there. So like let's. But they came up, and, they made us. Well, not me. I was the first one that went, so I was a little bit better than everybody else. But they had to go pick up all the poopy toilet paper from the other stall, and then they said, you guys can never be here again. If we catch you on campus, blah blah blah, you're gonna be kicked off campus. Like, I'm gonna go here anyways.
Right.
I ride the short bus. I'm not going to college.
Yeah, joke's on you, officer.
Dickhead.
This is the only time I'm going to college just to take big shits.
Amazing.
That's pretty great.
That is pretty amazing.
And that's all they made you do was clean up your own mess. That's not that bad. Could have been worse.
Guess what? The poop was still in the toilet. You could have flushed it.
Yeah.
I can only imagine, like, how many flushes and plunging and gagging
Yeah.
while you're trying to get it all down, and that. Ugh, I'm actually kind of almost gagging just thinking.
Pretty gross. Yeah. Yeah, I was watching a clip of the Joe Rogan podcast, and he was talking to somebody about that show Hoarders, and they were watching this episode I'd never seen or heard of before, and it's this woman who was shitting in, like, bottles and buckets.
Oh, I've seen that shit, dude. Yeah.
And then kept them all in her house. So she had, like, thousands of containers of shit and, like, slop buckets filled with shit. And, like, they're watching it, and he was on with Shane Gillis, who's a hysterical comedian. And the whole time Shane was looking away, and he's like, I'm going to barf. He's like, I can't look, I'm going to barf. And Joe's like, no, you got to look. You got to take a look at that bucket. He's just like, look at that other bucket. And it's just, he's like, ugh. It's so fucking gross. That makes me want to barf.
I don't do well with, like, smells.
No.
Like, even, like, if, like, somebody pukes,
Yeah.
if I even catch a whiff of that, like, food that's, like, gone bad, dude. I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's no good. I can't even be in the same room.
That's why it
You have
amazes
a
me.
weak stomach? So if I were to... Bleh.
Well, not like that. Not to the sound of puking.
No,
It's just
if
the
I were
smell.
to...
Like,
if you were to
barfed
fucking-
right there.
Right now,
Oh,
all
yeah.
over the fucking table.
Oh, yeah. As soon as I smelled it, I would be gagging
You would?
hard as fuck. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I do
probably-
not do well with smells.
Yeah. Yeah, barf I would probably have an issue with, just because I can't remember the last time I smelled barf. But yeah, that would not be good for me.
Yeah.
You don't know the last time you smelled barf, like your own barf? You never...
I can't even tell you the last time I mean,
Yeah, same.
I mean,
Wait.
I barfed like a year ago when I had the flu.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't barf. No, I have a fucking iron stomach.
Yeah, I like I've not puked from like drinking or anything like that, and I don't
No.
know how long. The last time I puked was probably a year or two ago. I was also sick, like dying sick, and I had that feeling, and I went up, like ran to the bathroom, and like trying to puke, like I was puking, but it like hurt so bad, like in my
Yeah.
chest. It was like taking everything out of me. Fucking awful.
Yeah, the last time I puked from drinking, and this was years and years ago, like, I mean, well pre-COVID, I remember I went up to the Richland, and it was one of those times where, like, I walked in, saw somebody I knew, they bought me a shot. I walked 3 steps further, saw somebody else I knew, they bought me a shot. It's like 5 people bought me shots when I walked in, and they were all sitting there, like, ready to clink a glass. And I'm one of those people who's like, don't be a pussy. Like, you can do it. So I drank 5 shots in, like, 6 minutes. And I was just like, it's not like, oh, okay, I'm going to be too hammered. I mean, I can handle the amount of alcohol. It's just my body just wasn't ready for it. And I'm just standing there for a second. I'm like, I got to go smoke. And someone's like, I'll join you. And I'm like, no, please don't. I'm going to do this one solo. And I just walked out the door, walked right around the corner to Richland, and stood there, just ejected all 5 of those shots out onto Madison, and then walked right back in the bar, took a sip of water, ordered a shot, went out with my evening.
No, you weren't drunk at all.
It didn't have time to get me drunk yet.
So wait, it was just way too much. Like it was overload on
imagine
your
if you just
gut.
if you hadn't had a drink all day and you took this bottle of bourbon and you just took like a 10-second
Oh jeez.
pull off of it.
Oh, all right. Sorry. Keep talking. Technical issue. The mic slipped.
No problem.
All right, go on. Keep going.
Yeah, but your system just isn't able to handle it, and it just says, you know what, that's too much of this, and it just returns it. But it's like, you know, it was a puke and rally, and it was just one quick, and it was all booze, and that was it. And then I just walked right back in the bar, and everybody's like, "You okay?" And they're like, "You look like your eyes are watering." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm totally fine. Just need a glass of water." And
I
then
just
ready
saw
to
a
go.
dog die on the street.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. I was thinking about something that's really sad that my barber was talking to me about.
This is how I look all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah, have you ever seen Marley and Me?
right.
Really
exactly.
fucking sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like, see, I puked not too long ago, but now it's because no, you guys like cocktails. See, I'm a beer guy,
Yeah.
and I had just too much fucking beer in my fucking stomach.
Yeah.
And you know, I got home, I laid down, I was like, oh no, I'm about to fucking puke, I'm gonna puke. And I was like, I had to shove my fingers down my fucking throat, like,
Oh man.
oh dude, I just
Gross.
barfed everywhere. And then, dude, I was like, you know, I'm so sorry, honey, because we were getting ready to fuck, you know? And I was like, well, you know, do you want me to shove my fingers in you? They got barf all over them. I'd rather
so
you
hot.
not. I'd rather you fucking not. Actually, you know, speaking of like no fingering and shit,
Yeah.
dude, this is I don't know if you guys have any like Tinder stories.
I don't. I've been
Nothing.
committed relationship for all of Tinder.
Yeah, nothing memorable.
Well, maybe not Tinder, but just random hookup stories that, you know, were, you know, crazy as all hell. Like, you know, like this should not have happened.
I'm assuming you guys.
Oh,
Something.
okay. Well, I was waiting on you guys.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I fingered a chick at the Cadillac Ranch. I don't know. Is that a crazy story?
I mean, well,
It was literally at the bar.
what? Wait, you're sitting at the bar, like you're
We were
bellied up,
actually-
and then
we
you're
were
fingering her?
standing. Yeah. She told me that she had her clit pierced, and I said, "Oh, that's cool. I've never seen a clit piercing before." And she just grabbed my hand and put it up her skirt, and then I was fingering her at the bar, and then she was blowing me in the bathroom, and then we went back to her place, and she had a stripper pole, and yeah, that was a fun date actually. And I had gotten some awesome soup right before that. We went out and got some shrimp and corn chowder right before that. That was great. Yeah, that soup was fucking tits. But then the fingering and the blowjob and the stripper pole was cool too.
Was that
But
better
the
than soup?
No. The soup was fucking killer.
I was
man.
just about to ask what was
Yeah.
better, the soup or the fingering.
Actually, you know, it's funny. I called. I told the server to ask the chef some questions, and the chef ended up coming out. And so what he told me was that the way that he makes the shrimp and corn chowder so good is that he takes the corn off of the cob, and then he boils the cobs in the water that he's going to make the soup in, and he makes like a corn stock out of it. And that's a trick I've used to make great soup. So that was like a top 10 all-time day for me, because
Whoa.
amazing soup recipe ideas plus Cadillac Ranch fingerings, blowjobs, stripper poles.
Did she have a hairy muff?
No, she was like a fucking bowling alley, bro. She was a straight up stripper. Yeah.
I don't know. Back in like high school, I went bowling with my friends, and I think I talked about this night. It was like when I first started smoking. I think you and I had like that first episode, but there was a girl that we met there, and we were kind of flirting and smooching, and when we were waiting to we were about to leave, but we're like, we'll wait for her because her dad's gonna pick her up. We don't want to leave her here by herself, and she asked her dad if he can give us a ride home because we were all kind of in the same neighborhood. And so my buddy was in the back seat on like the right side. His little brother was in the front seat. And then I was sitting in the back seat and she was sitting on my lap. Why her father allowed that, I have no idea. But she slipped my hand down her pants and I was fingering her all the way.
In Dad's car?
In Dad's car, behind Dad. We were in the driver,
wow.
behind the driver's seat. And then basically we got dropped off and then I was like, okay, well, thanks for the ride. And then I shoved my fingers in my friend's nose and
Of course.
You know what? Like I remember as a kid, like fingering kids. You know,
Chicks.
yeah, change your word. That's
sorry. Fingering chicks.
That's better.
Yeah. So, and you know, I would sit down. Maybe I was a fucking weirdo. I'd be like, oh my god, I just fucking fingered her, and I would just smell my fingers. I love the way it smells.
That's not weird.
That's not weird. I enjoy. I mean, if it smells good, you know, it's like girls' scents. They're just actually really hot to me.
Yeah,
so,
they're supposed to be.
It smells like a vagina. So
Yeah,
I
it's
think
supposed to
it's
be,
great.
right?
I don't mind smelling my own fingers afterwards. Sometimes, you know, it's still on my beard after going down, and you just kind of
A little bit of the juices.
Yeah, you go to like walk down the street, and then you catch like the wind blows the right way and just blows right up to your nose. Yeah, I like it.
You guys ever like fingered a girl's butthole and then smelling fingers afterwards?
That I did.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know about. I don't know about. I mean, I've definitely fingered a butthole before, but
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of that though. But I'm not a butt stuff guy.
Really? You're not a?
I'm not. I mean, listen, I've done it, but I'm not a butt stuff guy.
I'm into it, dude.
Yeah,
it's not
I
for
love
me.
butts.
Yeah.
I love to stick my wiener butts. I mean, anything if I can stick a digit in there, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm into
I've
butt
done
stuff.
that, but you know, I'm also, and I think we've had this conversation, but I'm not an eating ass guy either. I just think it's gross.
Really?
And I've never had it done to me, and I don't wish it on anybody. So
So real quick, would you let it happen? Let's say like you guys just got out of the shower.
Yeah.
And you guys were just hot for each other at the moment, and she wanted to lick your butthole. Would you let her?
I mean, see, the problem is that I'm married, so in this, I keep thinking about my wife, and it's like. Having this conversation and being like, would I allow my wife to lick my butthole? Like, it's just such a ridiculous thing to be thinking about. Like, I'll allow it.
Well, right, so I will.
And
I
I'm
mean,
just like
I don't know.
spreading my cheeks, like you may now.
with your legs over your head, you're just looking down at her.
I mean, when
Happy anniversary. Like, now you may.
We'll be like, shit.
I think we're at a point in our relationship where you can now lick my butthole for me. Like, I don't know.
for
It's one
me,
of the- yeah,
I
it's one
can't
of
do it
those things-
myself anymore.
It's one of those things that it's been too long. Like, we can't start now.
Sure, you can.
No.
No, I
how am I
think
gonna
Dave's
swing
right.
into
I think
that?
you can't start now. That's like, you know, getting your butthole licked. That's like the girl of the night. It's like, you know, we're all hopped up on booze, cocaine,
Right.
And you know, fuck it, let's fucking get this shit right.
Yeah.
Get your fucking nose down in there, which
Yeah.
actually brings me to my next story. I was just, you know, getting home from vacation. A nice week in OBX is really all it took, you know. I was single, you know, I was desperate. I needed some poon. So I hop on Tinder, you know what? You know, I swipe right on everything. I don't give a shit if you're a heavy hottie, if you're an ugly girl. I swipe right on everything because, you know what?
It increases your chances. Yeah. Why
You know,
why pigeonhole yourself?
Players got to play, you know?
That's right.
So, anyways, you know, I swipe right on this chick, you know, we ended up messaging each other. You know, it's going really good. I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, she's super into it. She's like, I'm going to be at your house in 15 minutes. Mind you, I lived at my mother's house. I was like, yeah, you can come over. You just got to be really, really quiet. My mom was home.
Right. My landlord's going to get really pissed off.
Well, that's what I should have said. But anyways, you know,
Was this like a did you like hang out in like in the basement situation? Were you guys like just in your room that's like right by your mom's room?
Oh, it was definitely in the basement, but which is right below my mom's room.
Okay.
But so like I was like, oh, for sure, I called on my do-rag. We got some blow. I got some fucking booze going. Like, so she comes over, and we know why we're here. We ain't here to play checkers, all right?
Right. This isn't a first date. This is a quick fuck and then we're done.
And finger pop your asshole.
Yeah, right, exactly. Smell my fingers and then you can leave.
She was a straight whore. 100% whore.
Nice.
And then I was like, this is perfect. I'm trying to get my rocks off, and you know what? This is awesome.
Yeah.
So we go down, down my room, we're small talking to each other, like, hey, what's your favorite color? And whatnot. So she's like, hey, I was like, oh, what a cocaine. You like cocaine? She's like, yeah, I love cocaine. I was like, awesome. Well, I have some. It's like, so we start making out, and, she's undressing and whatnot. So I put a little blow on her puss. I'm started eating it, which I shouldn't be eating some random girl's pussy from.
Agreed.
Exactly. Yeah. Learn my lesson.
Yeah.
That's another story for another day.
And that's how canker sores are born. So.
So we've all made our mistakes.
Yeah, but I think if you put cocaine on it, that kills any STDs. Pretty sure.
I mean, I like to think so. I like to think so, honestly.
I know a lot of you don't know this, but I am a medical professional, and I can tell you right now that if you put cocaine on a pussy, you can no longer get an STD from it. That is 100% factual. Also, she can't get pregnant. So put cocaine on the puss, fuck her, dump inside her. There's not going to be any kids. You're not going to get STDs. Guaranteed.
It's amazing. No consequences.
Nobody knows it. I don't know why, but I'm starting to let people know. After all of my research, all the time I've put in, and, of course, Big Pharma's trying to shut me down.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit. Sprinkle a little cocaine on the twat. Boom. Don't have to wear a condom. Just dump inside. You heard it here first.
But anyway, so no, things are getting hot and heavy. I'm fucking fingering the shit out of her. I'm at a fucking bowling alley. I got her right there, right in the old puss. And she's squirting everywhere. It's like a goddamn waterworks in my bed. It's on my TV, it's on the remote, it's on the ceiling. I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. And she fucking squirts in my face, And actually, speaking of squirt, someone told me that squirt was piss.
That's what I've been reading up on.
Me too.
Well, fuck it. Call me piss face beavers then. Fuck it.
Old piss face beavers.
What I heard was from Dr. Drew, and he said that it is a mix. He's like, the women do secrete something like cum. But then when they get super excited, they also release, and then it's like a mix of piss and cum for them.
Well, fuck it. I like
it doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, because if you've ever been with a chick that squirts, it's fucking awesome, even if it is piss.
Yeah, agreed.
So we can just end the conversation and say you can all squirt, so quit being fucking prudes about it. And if you can make a girl squirt, that's fucking amazing.
Call me the squirt god, dude.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so she's like, oh, it's getting hot and heavy. So she's like, I'm like, when we're high as hell, we're fucking drinking, I take my dick, I was like, I'm gonna stick in her fucking ass. She's like, fuck me in the ass. I was like, okay, I'm gonna fuck you in her ass. And so, I'm fucking her in her ass, and I get the biggest whiff of shit. It's coming in my nostrils, like, oh, this is terrible.
Oh my God.
I was like, so I pull my dick out. I've got a Hershey's Kiss right on the end of my dick.
Oh, dude.
Oh, it was
dabbing it.
Oh, it was disgusting. I was like, well, I've come too far. I said, fuck it. I put it right back in there. Yeah, I fucking shot a fat load in her.
Right. Yeah. I'm going to piss this Hershey Kiss off right back in there.
Oh, my God.
Right. I think this is yours. Wow. That's awesome.
All
right. So
not where I
after,
thought that was going to go.
Oh. Neither. But after you were done with that, and so now you dumped a load inside of her, and when you pulled back out, was the Hershey Kiss still there?
This was my next question.
Yeah, of course. We're like fucking.
Yeah.
right
What? My mind's a little hazy, but to make the story better, I'm sure it was. There's probably some shit in my dick hole. I'm
Yeah.
sure it was. When I pissed it out,
Yeah.
I told her, you need to go to the bathroom. You can go pick up the poop. And so
Clean yourself
I
up.
tell you what, she stayed the whole weekend at my mother's house. I had to introduce my mother to her. Say, hey, Mom, this is, I can't remember it.
Yeah.
Whatever her name was. And, and then the next.
Hori McShitpuss.
Yeah.
Like my fucking weekend girlfriend.
And you know what? The thing was, it happened again the next weekend. she came over again the next week. And eventually I was like, I got to fucking put an end to this. You know, this is getting way too much. Like, I'm not looking for any more than just my fucking dick in your shit pipe. It was fun, and no, that's it.
Yeah, but you weren't looking to introduce to the parents.
No, but like, you know, that's
what
the, you know,
fuck?
hey, that's a risk you're willing to pay when you're living at your mother's house.
That's true.
But 100% would I do again? Holy shit. Yeah, I totally would.
How old were you?
Oh God, this was shit. Maybe 10 years ago.
Oh, good. I was gonna say you were 10
Yeah, I
and
was
doing
like-
cocaine and banging chicks in their asses. Like,
Yeah, you know,
he's
that's
like, yeah, I picked up some blow and some beers. I was 10, banging this girl in her shitbox and Hershey Kiss stories. I'm like, wow, I blossomed late.
So obviously she just didn't give a fuck then, huh? She's like, I know you got shit all over your dick, but it was in my ass,
Yeah.
and
What can you do?
we're just gonna pretend like it didn't happen. Yeah.
I banged I was with this chick, Andrea, for like, we were together for 4 years, so I don't know how long we were in the relationship, but at least 2 years at this point. But I ended up, she requested the old anal one time, and I mean, we did it multiple times, but it was never really for me. We did it one time when we were drinking. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but at one point I pulled out, and she was like, oh God, jumped off the bed, like grabbed the sheets off the bed and ran away. And it was like, she pooped a little bit. You know? It was just, I pulled out and then a little poop came out.
What do you expect?
And it was like,
You're on the
she
Hershey
went-
Highway, dude.
She went and threw the sheets in the fucking washing machine, and I went and fucking, you know, rinsed my dick off. And then she came back in, and I was like, this isn't weird at all. And I'm still have a hard dick, so, you know, back to the business. And we just went back to fucking.
Wait, in the ass, or do you put it in the puss?
I think I went rubber and then into the puss at that point.
Wait,
Well, yeah, 'cause
rubber.
You don't want to.
Yeah, I didn't want to put the
Get
shit.
poop.
I didn't want to, because I think they can get like infections.
You don't want the
Yeah.
P. You don't want the P in the V. Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
not.
that's how you know you're with like a real whore. Like if you're with a chick who's just like a little bit, you know, loose morals, she'll let you go, pussy to ass. But if she lets you go ass to pussy, that's a problem. Like, it sounds awesome, and you're like, oh, you're so hoary, but no, you're gonna get a fucking disease. That's gross.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can imagine.
Just like it's like in pornos when people are like, oh yeah, it was so hot, she would take ass to mouth, and I'm like, I don't want somebody who wants to do that.
But also, the fucking porn stars like don't eat for a couple days, and they fucking also get like enemas done like the day
That's
of,
true.
like the morning of that
That's
they're gonna
true.
be shooting, so they have a completely fresh, clean butthole.
Yeah,
to
you're right.
not make that mistake.
You're right. They're getting it cleaned from the inside out. So
they're
yeah,
they're professionals. all right?
Professional cleaning.
Professional cleaning.
yeah,
Right.
that's amazing.
The old turkey
Like, they're
baster
going-
up the bunger.
They're
you
going
know?
to see like the version of the wolf from Pulp Fiction. You know, the cleaner, the problem solver.
Oh,
but it's for
yeah,
their
yeah.
buttholes right before the shoot. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Hoary stories. I love it.
Yeah.
A great story that I had was, and again, years and years ago, and there's a very good friend of mine I really hope is not listening to this. He knows the story, but whatever. So I met this chick, and she, long story short, we got super hammered together. I blacked out, and I woke up, and I was banging her. I woke up from my blackout mid-banging.
What? You woke up after being blackout and you started banging her?
It wasn't woke up. It was like my brain turned back on. Like I blacked out. I was banging her while I was blacked out, and then I realized out of my blackout, like we were on our sides, and I was like banging this chick, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like my brain just like turned on from this drinking, and I'm like, fuck. So we finish fucking, and she gets up and she goes to the bathroom, and I don't even know her fucking name. And so I start looking around the room for her purse because I want to be polite, because I don't want to be like, thanks, madam, bonsoir. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, I'm going to find her purse so I can look at her ID so that I'll know what her name is. And I go into her purse and I pull out her ID and I look at the last name, and it's the same last name as a really good friend of mine.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say your last name. I'm like, oh,
That's what I was like. You fucked your sister, dude.
You're my sister. No, but it was the last name, and a very specific last name of a friend of mine. And I'm like, oh shit. And so she's like still in the bathroom, and I'm like putting all my clothes on. I'm like, I got to get the fuck out of here because I do not want to have confrontation. I don't even know where I'm at. But I'm like, if I'm at this person's house, because we're in like an attic, I'm like, I do not want to run into this person. And I go flying down the stairs, and I end up in this main living area, and I'm looking for the front door. Because again, I have no recollection of getting into this house. and I go like running into this one room, and it ends up being the dining room, and I'm staring at my really good friend who's sitting at the table cleaning his gun. And I'm like, is it time for me to leave? And he goes, it was time for you. He's like, it was time for you to leave when you got here last night. And I'm like, all right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. And just ran out the front door. I didn't even know I didn't even know if I drove there, where my car was. I just called an Uber and went home. And I was like, fuck, I'll figure this out.
You were that
tomorrow.
fucked up.
Yeah, I literally blacked out. I blasted. Yeah. And then we ended up hooking up for quite some time after that.
So this was a good friend of yours?
Yeah, still a good friend.
Oh, really?
We're still good friends after that. Yeah.
Like what did he say after?
I think that the thing that made it get like washed over a little bit is the fact that I kept on seeing her after that. It wasn't just like a drunken hookup and then that was the end of it. Like I was like, no, it's not like that. Like I really like her. And so I ended up like dating her for like a year.
I was just about to ask if it was like more hookups.
No,
or,
I mean,
so you guys actually, all right, so you dated.
So yeah, not really. She's one of those people, it's not my proudest moment, but it's where I was in a really bad spot in my life. Like I was drinking way, way, way too much. I didn't have a car. Like I didn't have a good solid place to stay. And like, she was so in need of somebody to like her. So she was like driving me around and like let me stay at her place. And so I was just basically used the fuck out of her.
So you're a giant piece of shit?
I was. I mean, yeah, I was. Absolutely. When in my late 20s till I was about 30 years old, my mid 20s till I was 30, I was a huge, huge piece of shit.
Why is that? Just because were you just using women or just being like a piece of shit? Were you're a piece of shit to yourself?
I was a piece of shit too. I was a piece of shit to myself, but I deserved it. I did some things I really regret with some people I really cared about, specifically with that chick I was talking about, Andrea. Like we were together for 4 years, and I broke up with her by telling her that basically I got passed over for a promotion at my job. I told my job I was going to quit. They said, don't quit, we'll transfer you anywhere you want. And I said, transfer me to wherever I'll get the most money. And so they said they were going to send me to Florida. I told her, my girlfriend at the time of 4 years, while we were in bed together, I'm like, listen, I'm getting transferred to Florida. And she's like, that's awesome, where we can get a place. And she's like, I'm in school also. And she's like, my college credits are going to transfer. And I said, I'm sorry, you're misunderstanding me. You're not invited. Those are literally the words I said to her while we were in bed together after 4.5 years.
Whoa.
Yeah. And that's how I broke it to her. Like, no.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, dude.
And why would you say that?
I don't know, because I was just lost and I was looking for something more. The sad thing is that the thing I disliked about her the most is that she didn't dislike anything about me. She thought I was perfect the way I was, and I didn't want somebody like that. I wanted somebody who challenged me and pushed me to be better. And I thought it was really weak that she didn't push me to be better than I was, because I thought I wasn't a good person. And so I was a piece of shit to her. And then I left. She got married 4 months later to her ex-boyfriend because she was desperately sad that I had left her. We ended up hooking up like 2 years later. She surprised me in Florida, just showed up, and we ended up hooking up down there while she was married. I was all fucked up in my head about the whole thing and about women, and I was a piece of fucking shit for a really long time. And it took me meeting Jen to change that. I mean, literally, when I met Jen is when I stopped being a piece of shit.
Well, everything happens for a fucking reason. So, hey, man, congratulations. Let's take a shot to that, brother.
Hell yeah.
That sounds good. We can get into that.
Yeah.
Are you jumping on that one?
What? Oh, yeah.
For the bourbon? Give us a little something, no silence.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know we were gonna jump into such a real topic. But
I think it's great though. I think it's fucking awesome.
I'm not afraid. I don't mind talking about that stuff. No, he's tequila. I don't mind talking about it because like you said, I took a lot from it. It was a shitty, awful time for me, but I'm pretty happy with who I am and where I am now. So have to be where you were to be where you are, right?
Yeah,
Somebody smarter than me said.
Cheers.
That.
Salud, guys.
Salud.
Wind down the hatch. Do you think that we have any regular listeners that know that we take shots, that they're like,
sure.
they get a shot ready and then waiting for us to do shots? They would
I don't
listen
know. I hope so.
Probably not, but
probably not. I don't
cool
imagine.
thought,
I don't imagine.
Does it make you feel better though?
Yeah, I just imagine. I don't see people sitting around listening to it at home. I imagine in the car.
Yeah, you're right.
And if you're doing shots in the car, by the way, it's fucking awesome.
Good
Shoot
for
us
you.
a text. Yeah, give us a call, leave us a voicemail
While you're driving.
Yeah, absolutely. Just pour the shot, give us a call, we'll do a shot with you. We'll play it online. It'll be great if you can call us if you're doing shots while you're driving.
Yeah. Oh, also, let me drop that number, 440-363-0121, the Pizza Bagel Hotline.
I'm just handing out really solid advice on this episode about doing shots while you're driving, putting Coke on pussies so that you don't get girls pregnant. Just really good stuff.
It's Dr. Bagel.
It is.
Dr. Bagel's in the house.
Yeah, Bagel MD. So, pretty professional.
You should actually get your own reality show.
That would be great, and I would watch that.
So would I.
Yeah.
If you were like, all right, so Bagel MD, let me, this week's episode, let me tell you about what else you can do.
Yeah, the guy's like, I want a vasectomy. I'm like, have you ever tried putting cocaine on your dick? Pretty sure it's the same thing.
I've never actually put cocaine on my dick.
No?
No, not. I mean, why would I? I mean,
So a girl
I'm
can
just going.
snort it
It
off
goes
your
up your
dick?
nose.
So a girl can snort it off your dick.
Yeah, you're not going to snort cocaine off your own dick. I mean, I guess you could if you could.
How limber are you?
No, I feel like here. Speaking of dicks,
Good.
has everyone tried to suck their own dick at least once?
No, I'm not of the size or shape to
No,
that'd be
yeah.
a real.
I'm
so I've never
talking.
tried.
I'm sure you weren't.
Yeah, as a teenager, I was like 13. I tried.
Oh, of course, I feel like everyone's tried to suck their own dick. Put your legs over your head and just like.
Just reaching your tongue out. I'm almost there.
Let me get the dick hole. Just let me get the dick hole, dude.
Somebody sent me this great video meme, and it was if there was actual portal technology, and it shows a guy sitting there, and there's a portal like right in front of his face, and then like right by his waist, and they show like he just puts his finger forward, and you see it go through the portal by his face, and then it comes out by his dick, and the next thing he does, of course, is he sticks his head into the portal.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like right upside down, right by his dick. I'm like, of course, that's what we would use the portal for.
Yeah, of course.
Would you suck your own dick if you could?
Oh, for sure. I just wouldn't come in my mouth.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm going all the way.
I'm coming right
It's
on
a
my
man
face.
of commitment.
Yeah, I'm giving myself a fucking hardcore cum shot.
Yeah, I mean, you've eaten your boogers, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
The same fucking thing. It's like eating boogers, eating cum. Same thing.
All right, that's fair. I mean,
Listen, if you're going to do it, at least
I
make
was
sure
just
you're
about to say,
eating
I'm-
pineapples and drinking pineapple juice early in the day so you have
Yeah.
a good flavor.
yeah, you don't want to have to do that like after you had asparagus soup for lunch or whatever. Yeah,
I've tried my own shit before.
yeah. A lot of people
Wait,
say
for
that.
real?
100%, yeah.
What did it taste like?
Tastes like, doesn't really taste like anything. I figured jerked off, like, well, let me at least taste it. Because I've had chicks like, go down there, oh, I want to taste it. Spray me. And dude, I taste like, it's whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lots of people say that they've tried it. I never have, and it's not something that I would be shy about sharing if I had. It's just I don't want to.
I've never tasted my own cum.
No.
Um,
Will
it's crossed my mind. I go, do I see
You're
what this
like,
tastes
should
like?
I? Yeah.
But I'm like, I just can't do it. I
Will
can't do it.
you do you kiss your chick after if she gives you a blowjob?
Yeah,
Like right after?
100%.
sure. Yeah, it doesn't
Then
bother me
you've
at all.
tasted your own cum before.
That's not the same. It's not like,
I
oh, I
agree,
got some on my
but-
belly. Let me
I
scoop
agree,
it up.
but it's got to be. I mean, there's got to be remnants. Like you kiss a girl after she puts on fucking chapstick, and you're like, "Oh, is that strawberry?" Like you can fucking taste it. So if she's got a big load in her mouth 3 seconds before you make out with her, yeah, you're tasting some cum.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Next time, think about that. Just give us some tasting notes.
Yeah, that's right.
Just do it once and tell me what you think.
But you said you've tasted shit before. You tried your own shit, or you
No,
meant
I've never eaten my own shit.
Okay, but
I mean, I've eaten ass. Like
no. But you're like, oh, when you're like, I've tried my own shit. You're like, I've tasted my own cum.
No,
not
I
my
didn't-
actual shit.
You know what? Like,
Yeah.
not shit, no, but I've wiped my ass before, and I look at the toilet paper, it's all poopy. I smell it.
Really?
That's what you've never done that?
I'm sure.
Are you smelling the shit already rising up from it?
Well, everyone likes their own fucking brand, you know?
Listen, I courtesy flush myself.
Really? Why?
Just as soon as it falls out of my ass, boom, flush. And then I
fuck
can't,
the
like, I
environment.
wait and hang out, and then, huh?
Fuck the environment.
Yeah. And
You're
then,
a nice guy. You're a nice guy. I like the way it smells.
But I
want
do
to
it-
bask in it.
But I do it, like, in my own bathroom. Like, I'm not sitting in my own poop stink.
Yeah.
Like, I'll take a shit, like, what falls out, boom, flush the toilet, continue, I don't know, fucking on Reddit or TikTok or whatever the fuck. And then when the next batch is ready to go, then boom, flush again.
You know what I notice now, and it pisses off Jen to no fucking end, is that anytime she cleans a toilet, because I do not, I'm not that guy. I'm not cleaning the fucking toilets. Like, I'm not sexist. It's not that, but that's not my job. We have division of labor in our house. And
Wait. What do you mean? That's not your job.
Oh, I mean, I don't mean it's like a woman's job. I mean, like Jen and I have a division of labor in our household. Like she cleans the bathrooms.
Garrett and I did that. I
She
was
cleans the
kitchen,
bathrooms.
he was bathroom.
I clean the kitchen. I clean the dining room. She cleans the living room. I do the second bedroom. She does the main bedroom. Like I vacuum the stairs and I'll mop the floors.
Does your wife yell at you while you clean?
She loves it when I fucking clean. But then
She doesn't yell at you at all?
No, it's like the time she loves me the most. Actually.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I
She
swear my
loves when I
wife,
clean.
oh, God, it's like World War fucking II in our house when we clean.
No, she gets so excited. She'll come flying downstairs and it's the funniest thing. She'll be like, "Are you vacuuming?" And I'm like, "I don't know what made you come down here." And she's like, "I heard the vacuum." And I'm like, "No, I'm just fucking running the vacuum, Jen." I'm just fucking like, you know, it's like you can't let a car sit for too long or the engine's gonna go bad. I'm like, yeah, I just turn it on because I really like the noise while I'm trying to watch television. Fucking
Nice
dummy.
white noise.
Yeah.
So to make sure it doesn't go bad, just so you know.
But the
battery
thing
doesn't
is,
die out. We gotta let it run a little.
whenever she cleans the toilet, so you know it's got like that the water's blue now because she puts that fucking stuff in there that you whatever Mr. Clean or Mr. Plumber, whatever the fuck it is that she pours in there, and then you scrub it down. It's like immediately after that happens, my brain's like, I need to shit in that bathroom, like right now. like immediately.
Like I have to go ruin that.
It's like I'll be laying in the bedroom upstairs, the master, and there's a master bathroom, which is Jen's bathroom. When we got the house, I was like, listen, the guest bathroom, that's gonna be my bathroom. The master bathroom can be yours for all your makeup and shit like that. But like I'll be in the master and she'll clean like the downstairs bathroom, and I won't even know she's doing it. And then I'll just be laying in bed upstairs, and the master bathroom is 20 feet from me, and I'm like, God, all of a sudden I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to take a shit. I know it's gonna fucking stink, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do Jen a favor, and I'm not gonna do it in the master because then the master bedroom will smell like shit. So I go flying down the stairs, and I close the door, and like as soon as I get into the bathroom, it's like immediately I have to shit right that second. And it's like I go and I pick up the fucking toilet seat lid, and the water's blue, and I'm like, oh my God, she's gonna be so fucking pissed. And I take a shit in there, and 10 seconds later, she's like banging on the door. She's like, "You're not shitting in there, are you?" And I'm like, "I am." She's like, "I just fucking cleaned that toilet." I know. You're gonna have to clean it again. Like it's gonna be a mess.
It's a goddamn fucking.
Yeah, every shit is an emergency for me. Like that's just the way I live my life.
I don't like. I have a bunch of friends, and I think after talking with you and with you, that both of you guys are like poop a lot.
Yeah.
And like my buddy, like as soon as he like literally every time he eats, and my stepdad's the same way. Like literally as soon as they get done eating, they have to shit.
I used to be that way.
And it's weird because I'm like, do you just have like a whole pile like in there? So when you start eating and it starts moving its way down, it's now like shoving out what's been sitting in there. Like it's fucking strange to me.
I used to be that way. Like as soon as I was done eating, within like half an hour, I would be like, oh fuck, I have to go poop. And that's why I hated public pooping.
Yeah, I don't like pooping in public. And like that will happen to me if I have like Chipotle.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
Chipotle fucks me up. The red sauce?
It's always that red hot sauce. I don't do that anymore. I go with the green garlicky sauce because I've learned my lesson already multiple times.
Dude, I don't give a shit. Sometimes, like, you know what? It's just whatever it is in that red sauce. It fucks my stomach up. But, like, you know, sometimes I'm willing to risk it. Dude, I'm willing to fucking risk it, dude. I don't care. I got to go work the next morning. Fuck it. I'm shitting.
Yeah.
And, you know, and that's like, and I was like, maybe it won't be that bad this time. You know, so then, like, you know, I'll wake up in the morning, oh, fucking diarrhea shit, I'm like splattering the back of the toilet. And my wife wakes up, and, you know, she fucking blew the fucking, you know, like, and, you know, I was like, hey, honey, it's fine. It's just a Chipotle. I told you not to get the fucking red sauce. I was like, honey, it's fine. So, like, let me just go to fucking work, all right? Damn, woman. And then, I drive to work, and, dude, I'm driving to fucking work. I was like, oh no, I got to shit again. I was like, oh God, I got the fucking hot snakes. Dude, I had to pull over at this nasty ass gas station, and I was like, you know, please, sir, can I use your bathroom? Oh, the bathroom's broken there, dude. I was like, oh no. And I had to drive all the work. I almost shit my pants at work. That's why I can't eat Chipotle before work.
Yeah.
Save it for like a weekend thing so we don't have to be at work the next day.
Yeah, when you have a nice day off and you can just take shits whenever.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I like to be risky sometimes, you know?
It is fun.
High risk, high reward.
Yeah, push the envelope.
What's the reward? Not shitting your pants?
Chipotle.
Yeah, the delicious sauce. I'm the same way. Like I went out with my dude Zach. We went to BW3. We were just getting food and beers, on Saturday, and I told myself, like, as I'm getting older, spicy food is fucking my stomach up. I love the taste. It's not that I don't like the spicy. It just fucks me up. Like the next day, my stomach
Like
fucking
extra spicy
hurts.
stuff, or is it just like
Extra spicy stuff. Like I can't do extra spicy stuff anymore.
like that butthole burner 3000, whatever it is?
Yeah, but I mean, like, and so like BW3, it was like probably the fourth hottest sauce there. There's like mango habanero, right? And so I told myself, because I got there before Zach, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get this bourbon barbecue because it's super low on the list. It sounds really good. It's limited time. I'm like, this isn't gonna fuck my system up. This is a good idea. And I'm sitting there, and this, like, the waitress is like, oh yeah, what flavor sauce do you want? I'm like, oh, I want the bourbon barbecue. And this guy I don't know who's 2 seats over, he's like, oh man, you should get the mango habanero. It's the best sauce they have. And I'm like, I didn't really want anybody else's input. And he's like, all right, man. He's like, I get it if you can't handle food that's spicy. And I was like, did you just call me a fucking pussy?
Yeah.
Like,
What a bitch.
friendo? I'm like, right. I'm like, listen, asshole, I'll get the fucking mango habanero. You're not putting my manhood into question, stranger that I'll never see again. So they brought it, I ate it, and I was like, this is going to fuck my stomach up. And it really did. The next morning, which was yesterday morning, my stomach is all tore up from it. So I'm like, fuck. I have to go to Book of Mormon. I'm like, I got to get this under control because I can't be having these splats at Playhouse Square.
No, get it all
Gotta
out
get it
before you
all out.
leave.
And then I'm with Jocelyn, and we go out to dinner, and we go to LJ Shanghai in Asia Town.
LJ Shanghai.
Dude,
Which
those
is
fucking dumplings,
so
dude.
good.
Let's go.
It's so fucking
Best of
good,
them. Little
but-
Asian gushers.
Yeah, but we have these. That's exactly what she called them. By
Is
the
that
way,
racist?
Not at all. No. Okay. And we go to order this favorite dish that we have there, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, we don't serve that until 5:30 p.m." And we were there at like 4:45. And Jocelyn and I had told her, I'm like, "You order." I'm like, "Whatever you order is fine." And she's like, "Okay, no problem. We'll take the spicy noodle soup, or I'm sorry, we'll take the spicy like wontons and the spicy."
Also
and I'm just
amazing.
like, they're great.
Yeah.
But I'm like, dude, I'm just getting over the spiciness. But
And
I'm,
now she's
I'm
shoving
on
them back into you.
our first non-sexual date. I'm not gonna be like, my system can't handle that. Like, she's not gonna want to hang out with me again because so I pushed through, and it was not that it wasn't delicious. The food was fucking fabulous. It's
Always
like
is.
my stomach just needed a break, but I wouldn't let myself be a pussy. I'm just not that guy. I'm like, fuck you. I'm not gonna not have spicy.
Sometimes you have to live like that, though.
That's
Sometimes
right.
you really have to be a fucking man and
I had to
lay the
man up.
law fucking down, dude.
What's the worst thing that's gonna happen? It's that this morning I'm gonna have a tummy ache. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened. So I had ice cream
And
for
diarrhea.
diarrhea. So I had ice cream for breakfast to cool it all out, and I'm good to go, like a goddamn grown up. But yeah, the thing with the bathroom cleaning, I don't understand. And the only time I feel bad or I would clean the toilet is, you ever notice when you'll get like shit that's on the underside of the toilet seat? Have you guys ever seen that before? Like
Yeah,
you
I've
lift
gone
up,
to-
you lift up the toilet seat
Yeah.
to take a piss, and then on the the bottom of the toilet seat, you'll see like a circle of like brown
There's
spots.
All the time.
So many bars I've walked in because I use my foot to kick the seat up
Yeah,
if I go in
exactly.
there, and then
Yeah.
I'm like,
Ew.
holy
But
fuck,
how's that happening?
it's shit splatter, I'd imagine.
But your asshole is pointed downward, so it's not like you're pooping down and then around and up. Is it bouncing off the water?
Yeah, it has to. It's got to splash off the water.
This is why
and
I'm
then,
not letting anybody eat my butthole. Like, because that means I've turd splatter like all over my haunches, and I don't want that. Someone's gonna be like, ugh, like I'm gonna look like a fucking like a goddamn cheetah down there. Like,
Well, I said what was going to happen was going to be like after a shower, like right out of a shower.
yeah, it would have to be.
You know what? I put assy like this. How often do you eat crab legs? Not that often, but when
Very
you do,
rarely.
you really fucking enjoy it.
Yeah,
It's the greatest. I love it.
that's good. Listen, I'm envious of people who get to do it and enjoy it and receive it and enjoy it. To each their own. Let your flag fly as far as
I've never had my assy, and I wouldn't put my wife through that misery. Because I tell you, my farts are rank. You know, and plus, you know what? I was molested as a young boy, so I don't want anything up there at all. Which, you know what? I'm sure,
Yeah.
nobody wants to be up there. But hey, you know what?
I mean,
got
somebody did.
Well, yeah, his name was John Adams. John Adams, fuck you, you piece.
Okay.
It's all right. Yeah, you fucking tell him.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you.
Yeah. Let it all out.
Hope your dick falls off, you fucking jerk.
Yeah.
fuck you, John Adams.
I think his name was John something. Maybe not
Okay.
John.
Sure.
I remember I looked him up one time, but anyways, dude, I gotta fucking tell the story. I know where we at.
We got about 10 more minutes.
Oh, dude. All right.
I
This
believe
is
in
the
you.
ultimate story, bro.
Okay, listen, you've had some pretty fucking wild ass stories. Like, this has been fantastic that you've
definitely
coming out as a guest with us tonight. So, and these have been fucking wild ass stories. So, people are really gonna get enjoyment out of this, or I don't know, or they're gonna be disgusted. I don't know.
Gives a shit.
Yeah.
I hope they're fucking disgusting.
Yeah,
honestly, dude. Honestly, please. All right, this is
Finish this off.
all right. This is the
that
story
way.
of 100%. This kid's name was Skywalker.
Okay.
That's why, Dave. That's why I looked at you. Like,
Yeah.
And I grew up on 2nd Avenue. He grew up on 3rd Avenue. This boy was a hardcore mental. Severely autistic. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I went to school with him. This is on the short bus, all right? I did ride with him on a short bus later on in life, but this was an elementary school. You know, homeboy was a complete unit.
Mm-hmm.
Always had the pastel shorts with the pastel shirt that matched and everything.
Nice.
All right, so fashionable.
Fashionable, yeah.
You know, so, but when he would go off, oh my God, you know, everybody was scared. You know, he go, and I was like, oh man, Sky's going crazy. I was like, you know, but watch out for Sky. And, you know, this is, you know, him just being, you know, he's severely autistic. He was nonverbal. He couldn't complete whole sentences. He couldn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
But on the bus, because I always rode the bus with him, we used to sit behind him. And he's like, hey, Sky, say fuck. You go, fuck. Hey, Sky, say shit. And it was great. We'd have the best times ever. And, you know, I
So
was
he was somewhat verbal. You just had to.
oh,
instruct him what
yeah.
to say.
We'd always tell him to say the funniest shit, and he would say it. You know what the fuck he's saying. He's fucking,
Sure.
fucking retarded. But anyway,
There it is.
anyways, I would get in trouble on the bus all the time. And as a punishment, the bus driver made me sit next to Skywalker.
Real quick, pause. What did you get in trouble for? That's sit next to him.
I'd throw shit from the back of the bus to the front of the bus all the time, like quarters, you know, whatever I had in my pocket. I throw to the front of the bus, and, you know, I'd hit kids, and eventually I got caught. Or one time I got off the wrong stop and told the bus driver, fuck you.
You were
But-
just generally a bad kid, huh?
I was a bad kid. I hated authority. I hate being told what to do.
That actually is kind of a funny prank, though, to get off of the short bus at the wrong stop, give the bus driver the finger, and then run the opposite direction. Because
Hey.
the bus driver's just like, I'm going to get fucking fired for this shit.
Hey, dickhead. It was the long bus, all right?
Okay.
Don't get it twisted, homie.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Didn't mean to sidetrack you. All right. So you got in trouble for
Yeah, you're sitting
throwing
next to
shit
Sky.
across the bus.
So I was sitting next to the autistic kid on the long bus, David.
Got it.
And so for a whole year, I was sitting next to homie, and you know what? They had a book for when he went irate. That homie was a banshee out of fucking hell. Homie, they had a book that had all about Skywalker. Safe hands, safe feet, Skywalker. Ride the bus the right way, Skywalker. And now we would read the book, and it was a great young man. I was like, wow, that's a fun time. Until he went fucking nuts. Homeboy, would spit on me. He would spit on me. I was like, Skywalker, the fuck you doing? He started hitting me. I was like, this dickhead's got to go. I'm sick and tired of being hit on this guy. This guy was beating me up. I was being bullied by the fucking autistic kid. I'm the one that should be doing the bullying. So, anyways, you know what? I had enough of it. Dude.
You pushed him in front of the bus, didn't you?
No, I hawked a Luke right in that motherfucker's face, spit him right in the fucking face, and smacked his ass.
Oh, boy.
This was elementary school. I was like, fuck you. I don't give a fuck if you're
Yeah, this is a long
autistic.
time ago, so this wasn't a hate crime.
Exactly. This was not a hate crime.
Got it.
So I told this motherfucker, not today, homie.
You don't want this smoke, autistic child.
I mean, so how long was he spitting on you for? Was he also like physically abusive? Like, was he like swinging fists or anything like that?
Dude, he would have hit me all the time, and that's why I started hitting him. He he'd smack you. Do I don't know how fucking autistic kids do. He was severely mental.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, all right, this is where this shit gets fucking juicy.
Oh, okay. So I thought the loogie in the face was like.
Oh.
I thought that was okay. All right.
Well, I mean,
There's more juice.
I was so sick and tired of sitting next to the kid. I was like, what? Let's backtrack for a second.
You framed him for something.
No. Let's backtrack. Why does the bus driver make you sit next to the fucking autistic kid? Like, what type of punishment is that? For the whole year?
Maybe he knew that he's physically abusive and just wanted to look back up in the mirror and look back at you just getting punched in the face by
That's
the
true.
kid.
Yeah.
Dude, homeboy was 6'3", 250.
Wow.
That's a big ass boy. Boy was thick. But anyways, let's fast forward, back high school, past that high school and whatnot. All right. I'm mind you, I've been to this kid's house in elementary. I don't know why I was there, me and my best friend, and he would just run around his house like a goddamn goblin, just run around, just like just being all weird. I don't know why I was there. No, eventually his dad had enough of it. He's like, I'm sick and tired of having an autistic kid. I'm out of here, dude. And it's just the weirdest thing because his mother was the nicest fucking person in the world.
So when he says I'm out of here, like, did he go buy like a pack of cigarettes and some milk and then just didn't show back up?
That would have been the perfect time for us to play the Curb Your Enthusiasm music. He's like, yeah, so his dad left him because he couldn't take that shit anymore. Bum, 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 bum.
Well, I don't know how
Sure.
how medical shit goes anymore, or how like advanced we were back. This was 90s. Like, don't you know you could probably aborted his ass?
Jesus.
I don't know.
Full circle to the
If I had a
barbershop.
straight mental boy as a kid, I'd probably like, I'm sorry, honey, you're out of here.
This is going to be a whole different podcast where we're going to have to get into this shit.
But anyways, all right, this is where it gets really juicy. Fast forward, this is like after I graduated, maybe 10 years after I graduated. Probably less than that. I'm looking through People magazine.
Uh-huh.
People magazine. That's nation fucking wide, dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Guess whose pictures in People magazine?
Skywalker.
Sky fucking Walker.
How'd you know that?
I talked to Miss Cleo.
Yeah,
She told
smart.
me. Yeah.
So what's he in there for?
Homeboy murdered his mother in the fucking basement.
Oh my God! I thought you were going to say it turned out to be like a tech billionaire,
Dude, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, they're going to be like, wow, the richest man in America, or like
Yeah.
smartest autistic person of all time. But no, murdered mom in the basement.
Turns out this is a guy that invented Legos. I don't know, whatever the fuck.
You were the catalyst that got him to murder his mom. You started. You riled him up with your fucking. Your
Homie,
loogie.
he was a
loogied him
recluse. He was a recluse.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm going through it, and guess what?
Why is he in People magazine for murdering his mom? That doesn't
Because
seem-
he's an autistic kid who murders his mom. Which, by the way, they found a note, and I researched all this shit. I remember reading about it all the time. They found a note in the mother's bedroom. Obviously, if you're reading this note, you've known that obviously I'm dead, and Sky has taken my life. Beat
shit,
her
this is a
to
letter from
fucking
the
death
mom?
from the
Wow.
mom. That and then the cops, because she was a professor at Kent State, and she wasn't there for 3 or 4 days. It's like, what the fuck's going on here? Let's send the cops over there.
Yeah, of course.
So the cops show up. He's in the basement, all bloodied up, bodies sitting in the corner.
Holy shit.
Beats up a fucking cop. Kicks a cop right in the fucking face. This is what I was told. Legend is told. But yeah, I remember like they had the court date for him and everything, a trial. Obviously incompetent. Go figure, And,
Do you ever think that maybe if you hadn't spit that loogie at him, that maybe he'd be in People magazine for like overcoming adversity?
have you ever thought like that could have been me? That could have been fucking me.
I had a feeling that's where your mind was going.
Of course, I'm not worried about fucking spitting Louis. Homeboy fucking deserved it.
I mean, wow.
It's exactly what he deserved.
That's crazy.
That is not at all where I
No,
thought
that's
that
not where I
story
thought-
was going to
me
go.
either.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to be like, he's so much more successful than I am. I'm fucking so goddamn jealous. Like,
Or I thought it was be like, yeah, that it was going to be like, listen, he,
and
is
his
autistic
name
and
was Bill Gates. Like,
Yeah.
like, holy shit. You spit a loogie on Bill Gates. That's fucking incredible. But no, murdered mom in the basement. Well, fuck. Well, hey, I'm glad it was his mom.
I survived?
And not you. Yeah, I'm glad it was his mom and not you, boo.
Yeah, same, bub.
Because then we can have you here on our show.
Yeah, because then otherwise we'd be telling the story like we once knew a guy.
Yeah.
Boo
And then-
beaters, dude.
Yeah.
And then had to tell the
Fucking-
entire story, but
Right.
added onto it.
All right, kiddos. We got to close it up.
It is about that time, isn't
Show
it?
goes so fast.
Okay.
It certainly does.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on.
Thank you, fellas.
Yeah.
Absolutely, of course. And you know, once we get some video going,
We'll watch you poop in the corner
yeah.
on command.
But you also have to clean it up.
Yeah, 100%. And no,
It's
no
nice to smell it.
throwing the shitty toilet papers anywhere.
Yeah.
No pretending there's a
Hey,
stall.
you know, I can't promise anything, all right?
That's fair.
And yeah, listen, if I smell it, I'm gonna fucking puke. But you know,
Maybe we'll do that the same day that I'm doing the milk challenge. I'll
get everybody fucking
I'll do the
puking?
milk challenge, and as soon as I'm ready to projectile vomit, we'll see if I'm going to barf first or if he's going to shit first. We'll have a race after I finish my 8th pint of milk in an hour.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for listening. This is well, what an episode.
Oh, what an episode.
So again, if you guys want to fucking shoot us some texts, you want to leave us drunken voicemails, got
Yeah, hit
ideas
us
for the
up.
show. Again, the number is 440-363-0121. And Bagel, just out of curiosity, was there anything in this episode that you are wanting to throw out as far as like a poll goes?
As far
What's
as-
the worst smell? Pooping? Smelling someone's
Wait, hold
poop
on.
or puke?
Yeah, that's good. Or just any smells that really trigger you, I guess. I mean, for lots of people, it's lots of different things. But yeah. Yeah, would you rather poop or barf smell?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Unless, Boo, were you going to say something? Did you have an idea for something?
Well, I guess it's really not a poll, but how many times have you pooped your pants as an adult?
Are we, now, by adult, we're saying 18?
Yeah, sure. Well, yeah, why not?
All right.
Fuck it.
Good, that takes a bunch out for me.
Really?
Well, yeah,
Get the fuck out, really?
15 to 18 was a rough time for me, but that's another story for another time. Yeah, we'll get into that. That's when I was just beginning my wild culinary lifestyle and drinking. So, yeah, we'll get into that another time.
Well, all right. So then, you got to hear it first, guys. 440-363-0121 Pizza Bagel Hotline.
Yeah, so text in or leave us a voicemail. Tell us a poop story. We're down to hear that.
Yes, I like the poop stories.
We're
Do
down.
the poop stories.
You
dude.
can leave it anonymous, and we'll play it on air, and then we'll do a little round table. With
Actually, you know
with the fucking poop council, which
You know-
we now have at this table.
No, you should do. I tell you what. Give us your best blast on the phone. The biggest fart you got, just do it right on the phone.
I'm
for
good
a
with that,
voicemail.
too.
Yo, absolutely. Yeah. If you're going to fucking send us a voicemail of your blasting shit into the toilet.
Yeah,
Also, farts in the toilet are hilarious. Echoing
Always
off that
hilarious.
porcelain.
farts in the
Hysterical.
shower. If you can record them, amazing.
Dude,
Oh,
farts in the shower.
shower
100% was what you
Best
did. That's the
acoustics.
poll right there. Give us your best blast.
Yeah, I'll listen to a
100%.
blast.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Well,
we can play Name That Fart. We can try and guess if we can find somebody, if we can figure out who called in that fart.
yeah. Oh, that
That'd be a
would
lot
be
of fun.
hilarious also.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you boys ready to
Pizza Bagel out.
Yep. All right. See
right,
you
buddy.
guys. See you next week.
Always fun.
Bye-bye.